Hey guys, it's Ronen. In this video, I'm going to be talking about some of the basic functions of the Juggernaut. So I'll be covering the motor, the speed controller, belt tracking, the belt tensioner, the ability to swap tools easily, table setups, and the fact that this vertical grinder can be reoriented as a horizontal grinder. So let me start with the motor. It's a 1.5 horsepower motor from Baldor. It's 3-phase, so I can adjust the speed with this variable frequency drive that I've mounted under the table. And let me actually start by turning it on. So I'll stay out of the camera's way. So here we are, kind of a low, medium speed. I can increase speed. That's the full speed. And I'll bring it back down to a low speed to show the tracking mechanism. So tracking is accomplished by adjusting the angle of the entire motor. So in effect, the drive wheel is also the tracking wheel. I have this turnbuckle back here, and when I lengthen or contract it, it swings the motor out or in. So let me demonstrate. Right now the wheel is tracking center. If I adjust this knob, it starts sliding off the side of the wheel. I'm going to bring it back before it flies off completely. There we are. And we're back to center. So tracking is really easy to do. Now let me talk about the tension system. So for this mechanism, I've actually taken a leaf out of Travis Wertz's book of grinders and emulated the design on his TW90 grinder. It's an awesome machine. So the belt tension wheel is attached to a lever, and that lever is pulled back by these two levers. There's a spring between them that maintains constant tension on the wheel. And these two levers comprise a ratchet, a locking ratchet mechanism. So I can release it by squeezing them together and pulling down. Now the belt is slack. I can pop it off the machine very easily. If I want to bring it back on, simply place it over the wheels, align it, and with one hand, I can tension it again, and it locks in place. So it's extremely easy to use. And that is really handy when it comes to tool changes. So during knife making, I end up swapping tools all the time. And this mechanism is totally great for that. So I pop the belt off, and let me demonstrate a tool change. So I have two levers. I release them both. The tool slides right out. I could grab a different tool for my tool tree. In this case, I'll use the same one because I have some tables that I'm going to demonstrate next. To reassemble the tool, I slide it in. I pop the belt on, tighten the tool down, tension the belt, and I'm good to go. Now, I have a number of tables, two actually, and they're extremely modular. So first of all, check out how easy it is to install. I just slide it into place and tighten down one lever. Now I have a table. This table is very adjustable. I have a series of linkages and handles. There's no tightening of screws or anything. Everything's super quick. If I want to adjust the angle of this table, it's easy to do. One handle, and I can adjust the course angle very easily. So here I am. Let's set up a tangent table. So there we are. I'm going to bring it in close to the wheel. And then I actually have a fine adjustment mechanism because it's really hard to set an accurate angle with this kind of coarse setup. Other grinders are like that. I've added this feature where I can basically loosen a handle, and then I have a turnbuckle, and when I adjust it, you can see the angle of the table adjusting a very fine amount, and I can set precise angles that way. And then when I'm ready, I lock it in place, and I'm good to go. Just have to move this in a little tighter. So here's my tangent table. You saw that took maybe 20 seconds to set up. Say I want a profiling table. So I have a very easy setup for that as well. I pop this table out, swap in a different table, and bring it close to the wheel. Now, obviously it would be difficult to work in this setup, So that's where the horizontal knife grinder comes into play. So to swap from vertical to horizontal, I have one lever that releases, I bring it over. The center of gravity is roughly in that pivot. It really depends on the tool and table that's attached, but you can see it doesn't take much force to move this grinder. It's pretty balanced everywhere, in fact. There we go, it kind of flops near the end there. But we lock into place, and here we have a horizontal grinder. The horizontal table has the same turnbuckle fine adjustment, so we can loosen kind of the coarse mechanism and adjust the fine angle with the turnbuckle, or we can adjust the coarse angle by just sliding this linkage up and down. So say we wanted to make a chamfer, we could set the rough angle like so, maybe bring the table in a little more so it's close, and set the fine angle like so before locking it down. Now we have a rigid table. So the table mechanisms are extremely modular. I can set it up in all sorts of different ways that I'll demonstrate in my later videos. But really it's just two tables for all of my different tools. It's really easy to use. So that concludes this video. You've seen all the basic functions, and in my subsequent videos I'll be covering each tool specifically and the different table setups that work for that tool. So thanks for watching, and until next time, this is Ronen with the Juggernaut.